Some of the larger pieces, these pieces are from my friend's auntie, and some of the rings are, but most of it was found in boxes, in carrier bags, in hidden in sort of socks. I found one lot in a pair of socks, hidden in a drawer and at the back of the wardrobe in her home. And she'd obviously collected it over years and years, mainly probably from car boot sales and things. But I think it was because it was reminiscent of her youth. She, was a teenager in the 1950s, when, diamante rhinestone jewellery was very fashionable. And I think it just gave her that connection to who she was then. It just gives you an indication of, what will be inset into different shapes. We've surveyed Jamaica Street for cracks and crevices, and we found around about 40 cracks of any significance, where we're going to lay the pieces of jewellery in and inset them in resin. We've taken the moulds already, that's the dirty plasticine at the end of the table, and they will be used to make a rubber mould, and then we will use the rubber mould to inset the jewellery into resin. In among the jewellery, for some reason there were lots of keys that are clearly from jewellery boxes, but where the boxes went I don't know. So there's some really interesting combinations, which hopefully will find the right size hole. And I'm hoping it will connect with people. Artists are magpies in general, but I think a lot of people out there are magpies too. And I want it to stimulate curiosity, be something that captivates people's imaginations. Just finished off a little bit more so that you get rid of some of the sharp bits around the edges, and then they're ready to inset. I am expecting that there will be magpies that will come along and take the jewellery from the pavements, human magpies, and that is fine, because just as my mum collected it, I expect other people will come along and take it, and I will just at some point or other replace it, because I've got just so much of it. Still a little bit rough around the edges, and they will need to be sanded and polished. You have to kind of peel the thing back, but you can just see and hear that sort of stickiness as you pull them out. But this was the secret collection, the jewellery, because I think she knew it was kitsch, and she knew that we'd all look and say, what have you bought that for? So it was her secret pleasure.